Hey guys, welcome back to another kit video. This kit video, again, we're going to be looking at one of my high cappers. This is the Skirmish build, and I think this may be pretty much the final piece of this puzzle. The kind of the cherry on the cake, if you like. So this is the Skirmish build. I'm not going completely mad. I'm not going long barrel. I want to keep it short, quite compact. But I do feel that maybe just this bottom end just needs padding out a little bit. So I've been on to my good buddy Kyle from the High Capa Hub, and I've gotten hold of one of these 5KU STI style tactical Magwells. So I've not actually installed a Magwell on a pistol on camera before, so I'm going to do that right now. It's a fairly straightforward job, and hopefully I don't make too much of a hash of doing it for you. So yeah, feel free to let's go through this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to move that out of the way. My limited edition Christmassy holographic-y shiny sticker thing, because that's going to go on my new pistol box. And then we're going to get this out. So this is made by 5KU. So it's actually it's virtually the same as the other Magwells which I've got, which are made by Airsoft Surgeon. I've got a funny feeling looking at the state of that middle pin and the way that this is actually made that it is Airsoft Surgeon. Or 5KU are basically the same, or they've been made from. That's something which I've been told, and I kind of very, very strongly do believe that it does look, feel, weigh exactly the same as my gold and purple ones. So I'm quite happy really that this is going to match in along with those, especially for the fact that I know my mags fit as well. Now I've modified the mags, so yeah, it's going to be a slightly different kind of look to the pistol, isn't it? So what we'll do, we'll not screw it before we put it on. And installing one of these is really quite straightforward. You just need to kind of sit the pistol up a little bit and then get a amply sized punch and knock your existing pin through. Now this is probably going to make quite a loud bang, so I do apologise. See, it's going to echo a little bit because of my mic setup, but I'll keep it as minimal as I can. Okay, bangy bit over. Now when people do these, I mean, what I do is I like to push the pin all the way out, and I can take my fingers off. I can take the old pin like that, and then my punch just holds that in. What you don't want to do is you don't want to take this out and then let go of this, because you've got your hammer spring in here, and that's semi-compressed pushing up against this. You can just see it's just dropped a little bit, and as this drops further, your kind of beaver tail will fling out. So what you want to do really is keep it pushed up there, especially when you're putting the new part on. So what I like to do at this part is I will pull back, locking that into place there, and I will slide that out. Now I'll try and do a controlled release here. So as I loosen this down, you can see there this is getting a bit loose. You might just be able to see that gap in there. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to push it in a little bit, pull back, and that's going to really lock that all the way back. So then, I'm going to get my new Magwell, and it's just a case of hooking the front on and then pushing the back into place. Now that is a tight fit, but it's on very tightly, and then keeping the pressure on there, I'm just going to keep my finger on it. Just going to drop that new pin straight through, let go. It's most of the way in at that point, a little bit loose, and then I'm just going to use my punch just to kind of push that back in. Okay, so that's it. It's on. It's done. It's installed. What do we think to that? I quite like the look of that. That's certainly changed the way it looks and feels. It does probably need a little bit of shimming just to get that right, so I'm probably going to work on that. I've got some quite nice foam stuff which I can stick on the front there. So what we'll do is we will look at doing that now as well. Why not? While we've got a little bit of time. Just bear with me for 2 seconds while I grab that. Okay, so I was just 2 seconds there. And this is just some very, very thin foam that I've got. I'm going to put a small section around the front of it. I did say that this is the first time I've ever done one on camera, and previous Magwell installs have gone stupendously well, and I've never had this kind of problem. Obviously, the one that I do on cam is going to be a pain. So what I'm going to do there, chuck that back through there, lie the pistol down. Now, I think it needs just a little touch under here, just to kind of push it away from the frame that little bit. That will also just kind of tug down on the pin there. Well, that's my idea anyway. It's only very thin acoustic kind of foam, which I borrowed off a friend to do some suppressors with. And it's just come in super handy for everything. So that's in there. That'll just push down at the back there. Nice. And then I'm just going to stick a little bit, I think, on this front rim here. Just see how that sits in there, sorry, in here. Just see if we can't get it to sit down that little bit more. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to slim that down just a touch more. This probably won't work. If I'm honest, I'd hope that this video was done already. Such is life, unfortunately. Such is Airsoft, unfortunately. Nothing ever fits. Such as anything, if it says it's universal, generally tends to mean it doesn't fit anything. Obviously you've got different kind of grips and different tolerances. This is a TM grip, so by rights it should be perfect. And this is totally by guesswork, so we'll slide that in there. Oh yeah, that's so much better, so much tighter. And we will really struggle to get that pin in, which I kind of like. Oh yeah, there you go. Bit of resistance on that pin. That's perfect. That's. Do you know what? I've actually, for me doing a job like this, normally I'll kind of like half bodge it and it'll work. I actually quite like the way I've done this one. So I'm going to classify this as a done job, not a bodge job. I'm even using a proper punch, not an Allen key. So yeah, we'll class it as a proper job done. Just tapping this pin back in now. I think that's just gone through too far. Just a touch too far for my liking. Just level it back up now. There we go. I think that's going to be, yeah, spot on. There we go. Absolutely no rattle now. Well, no rattle from down there. So, punches out the way. New 5KU Magwell installed. It looks amazing. That is significantly more how I wanted my pistol to look. I'm really happy with that. Fits great. It's not going anywhere now. Shimmed out how it should be. Just enough give in the right places. And I mean that foam will kind of give a little bit over time. But if it loosens off, I can always reapply and I'll kind of like do a full run all the way around. But it's not going to get a lot of kind of shit really there the way that it is. It's yeah, I'm really happy with that. Really do love my VIP build, and that pretty much brings my VIP build to a finish. Possibly, maybe extended mag catches, new replacement barrels, may even go for a new inner barrel. We'll see. Anyway, that brings this video to a close. Thank you very much if you've watched this, and thank you very much if you've watched me fit this Magwell and then kind of do a bit of fitment with it. So hopefully it's instructive for you if you needed that. And thank you very much to Capa Hub for sorting me out a black tactical Magwell at such short notice. So thank you very much. Hit that like button. Drop me a comment. Hit me up with a comment. Drop me a comment. Write a comment. Propose something to me through the comments section. I always do love talking about my guns and general airsoft stuff. And absolute gold standard, please do drop me a sub if you're not already subbed. Thank you very much, and I will catch you in the next one.